Hello Giants fans, welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants lost to the Dodgers 8-2 today. I'm unhappy about that for two reasons. 25% because of the natural bad effect that it has on their standings. That's a big one. The other 75% because of the negative effect that it is sure to have on the Giants front office. Because you know what I've said about this. Instead of building pyramids and preparing for the afterlife, the Giants have a lot of good that they can do for their roster this year, and I believe that that's first and foremost right now, contending right now in 2022. Now, I should mention, I don't mean to cast building the farm system up in a negative light like that. I use that terminology because just because we're in a year that I believe is a contender's year, and we remember some rebuilding years, and then yes, there was 2021, that great season, but hey, if the Giants were to sell out on this season, would it be the start of something that 2017 started? So what did 2017 start? Well, a playoff drought of 4 years that was not good. It was not cool. I remember this thing. I remember wanting the Giants to make the playoffs in 2018. And players got injured. That cost them a lot right there that year, players getting injured. Did they upgrade the roster the way they would have needed to at the trade deadline? No. Now, in all fairness, there was no 6th wildcard spot that year. So that playoff drought, it was supposed to be rebuilding, and hopefully it really has and everything, and we'll still see lasting effects of a rebuild, but anyway, it's just a playoff drought. Started by the really bad year of 2017, that's just, and 2022 is a much better year than 2017, but I don't want it to start something else like that, where we have to say and we have to hear at the start of every year that the Giants are not likely to be contenders this year and that they're rebuilding, and it's just, we can't start that again this year. In the game today, all I can really say about it is I expected Logan Webb to pitch better. I really did. And when things got away from him and he was giving up hits, did the Giants come back? No, they did not. They couldn't really put together any real effort to come back. So that the Dodgers are a good hitting team is not an excuse, but every pitcher does have bad outings. This one just came at a bad time, and the Giants do need to figure out a way to beat the Dodgers because they're a real opponent that the Giants face. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. So what's the big mystery question right here? Well, that's going to be what's going through Farhan Zaidi's mind right now. He hasn't said anything about it, at least not that I've heard recently. Now, was he supposed to say anything? No, I'm not saying he was. He probably likes to keep all this information kind of secret until it's time to act. They probably have, their times when they prefer not to be so active with the media. This might be one of those times when we're right near the trade deadline. But all the same, I do wonder. I just wonder what Zaidi is thinking about, what a typical day looks like for him, and what's going to be going through his mind as he heads out to work tomorrow. But I hope it's the right stuff. The only possible justification for ever trading Carlos Rodon would be if it was going to be part of a 3-team trade to get another one of the big guys, and I mean, that's the only thing here. It's like that was another thing Ben Kaspick suggested, that it was something like if Rodon went to the Mariners, they'd do something with the Nationals, and the Giants could get Juan Soto there. That's the only thing. I don't expect this start from Logan Webb to mean that he can't be a key piece of the rotation in the days to come. I think this was just a bad outing that's not going to repeat itself too much. I hope that I am right about it, but anyway, 75% of the bad outcome of this loss is the effect that it's likely to have on the front office. And remember that to know what buying is, we have to know what buying is not. Trading for Dixon Machado from the Cubs, that is not buying. And I don't know, he has not logged that many plate appearances with the Giants, so I can't say right now how he's going to be, and I hope he's going to be good, but we do need to understand that that's not buying. I'm sure we all do. And we'll have to see what goes on tomorrow. Again, it's just, I don't want the Giants to build pyramids and prepare for the afterlife. I already went through that kind of a time, and this is just, it's just 2022 now. I don't know any other way to put it. And not every year is going to be a big bust like 2021 was. So that's it for right now. I hope I didn't, oh yeah, I have to apologize for getting a bit of information wrong this morning. I said Carlos Rodon was signed through 2023. He does have an opt-out at the end of this year, so I need to correct that. He could very well just be signed through the rest of this year. But it is a seller's market, and I think particularly for starting pitching. But why is it a seller's market? I guess because starting pitching is a real necessity right now, and it certainly is for the Giants. So you're giving up something on your roster. That's how I feel about this. So after the trade deadline, I'm going to have to check when the game is tomorrow, if I'm going to be able to give a video after the game and then another one the next morning after the trade deadline. So we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you have not. Please email me with questions or comments at gabrielvaughn89@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.